Hello, and welcome to another RANGROO cast. Me, RANGROO, and today we are doing a 2v2 on a nuclear winter is coming. So on the right hand side in blue, playing as blue for, we got Kase and Grimmy, and on left hand side in red, playing as red for, we got Mesrine and Max. And as usual, let's speed us up and get things going. So this is usually a 1v1 match. We have seen this a lot in 1v1, so it's going to be quite interesting to see it in a 2v2, because there's very many different ways you could split it. You could have one guy go up here and the other guy defend down here, one guy up here down here, and then one guy goes down this lane, so on and so forth. Now let's see how they're going to do it, so let's speed this up. We got Mirage 2000, going to be flying around, going to be trying to hit this helicopter, so I see. Yeah, it's quite a lot of helicopters. Yeah, the Ka-50 Akulas, yeah, the AA helicopters shooting down that plane with no hesitations. An F-16 Fighting Falcon, is he going to try to do a bombing run or maybe some sidewinder hits? No, he's on an evac. Probably the smart idea. And this helicopter Ross from Max, where is he trying to go? Seems like going to be unloading some infantry down into the middle town here. That SAS getting some hits off, managing to shoot down a recon infantry. But the Ka-50s are coming down. Su-27M flying around. And this is the fancy 200.1 with the very powerful ATGMs. Don't really see at all too often. Most people do just prefer getting the MiG-27. F-16 Fighting Falcon dropping in some bombs. That's going to be a very good hit on those infantry guys. And they no longer exist. And this is a very good intercept from Grimmy and Kase, because they're stopping his infantry from getting into the town, because Max, he decided to attack across this bridge instead of going back here and try to get in, which was a little bit risky. Ka-50 Akulas getting some hits on, and Kase is bringing up a crap ton of infantry and mortars and M113s and K-runs. F-15D equal. Oh, this is going to be a nasty strike here. Yeah, really, he does not escape, but he does kind of hit a little bit off the mark. If he hit a little bit down here, he probably could have got all these guys in one nice hit. Now Charlie is amazingly quite bare in terms of blue for not really sending anything down there, and this is quite a risky move, because if Max just moves a little bit to the right, gets some infantry near, losing Charlie and Alpha is a very big bloody deal. Up top, things are rather quiet. Got a very nice defensive line here from Mesrine with a lot of infantry and light vehicles taking point. And Kase is going to get into the town of Panther Grenadiers and Jaegers, a West German special. Order 1A3 is taking hits, killing the Type 63, and he's going to have complete control of this town. Su-24M dropping in some bombs, and that's going to be a very good hit. Doing quite a bit of damage there, not killing the infantry, but cutting them in half. Max setting down a help marker. And finally, Kase is getting some reinforcements into Charlie, but Redfall was already moving up with a few infantry and a couple light vehicles. And Max moving up top for us. Getting some infantry in there. Try and clear it out. Because if you do lose Delta, you do lose the town, at least try to keep control over this forest. Because if you let them have control over this forest, they can move down into Alpha and really mess up your day. Or they can set up ATGM guys here and mess up your day over here. Very nice bombing run once again, getting quite a few good hits. More infantry being brought up. Jaegers messing them up with the machine guns. And it does seem like Blue 4 going to be holding on to Charlie. Assault from Red 4 was merely more, nothing but skirmish. And it seems like they're doing a little bit of a counter push. Going to move his Panzer Grenadiers into his forest. And using his VBAAA unit to mess up the infantry. He does run out of ammo. Su-24 coming in for another bombing run and an Su-27. Well, very good hits from the unexposed infantry. Su-27 killing what appears to be 2 SCRFs, or no, 2 mortar run. They're mortar runs, right? Yeah, it was a mortar 2s, my bad. Or they're mortar runs, I don't know. It's some sort of mortar. Now Max moving into the forest with a lot of Louisiana boos. Flying off the Jaegers, and the APC should help out quite a bit. And Blue 4 getting more infantry into Delta. Lots of Jaegers, what a surprise. I mean, Jaegers are just one of the best infantry units to use at the moment. They are the cream of the crop. And each Jaeger is going to be getting into Alpha. Going to get some very nice hits onto the infantry, but their main objective should be to try and get into this town and hold it down. And Red 4 bringing up more infantry into Alpha. They're going to think about getting a CV because they are losing a +2 advantage, and that's exactly what they're doing. And Blue 4, they're going to think about getting a CV into Delta and Hotel, but look at Hotel, it's actually being attacked. Su-24 doing some bombing runs. Messing up Bron M113, but this Red 4 push ain't really going to make it all too far. If they want to attack Hotel, they're going to need some armor, some proper tank support to really clear it out. But the best way usually to attack Hotels, move from here into here, get some tanks and ATGMs across this line so you can cover this open field, and then once you have this captured, move some infantry around here or around here to clear out this town. It's usually a 2-pronged assault, but once you capture Hotel, it's easy peasy to defend. And the Red 4 are contesting the forest at Delta. You can bring up a flamethrower tank, but I don't want to get too close to those Falcon Shakers, 90s, or Terminators in disguise. Spetsnaz and also Strackley's moving up. And they're just going to be engaging each other with machine gun fire out a long distance. Those Legion 90s trying to get ATGM hits, but they're just going to get killed. Satorian AVR, very nice hit. It does not mess around about 165mm cannon. And it's just a contest for Delta. Now, do have some helicopters moving around the bottom side here. Probably going to try to scare away the Tigre 2, but they don't want to fly too close to the Falchagers because they're going to get machine gun fire onto these helicopters, and they're not exactly the tankiest helicopters around. Here's bring up some infantry to try and clear out this farmstead. Now, it's more like a lock-in camp in the middle of nowhere. Oh, lots of napalm in the middle, flamethrower tanks is burning it up. And that's a very good use of flamethrower tanks. You always have to direct fire them, but usually it's best just to turn off the cannon and just burn everything nearby. Because it creates a very nice smoke screen for a rather cheap cost. And also, you know, fire kills people. Well, the RBS gets some... trying to get some shots onto the CTC, but he's going to be falling back. And very good napalm hits here. That's going to stop these guys from retreating. And they're just going to get eaten up by the Spetsnaz and what's strictly. The Spetsnaz may want to get some more rocket launcher ammunition. Blue 4 has spotted the CV up top in Delta, and a Mirage Runner on 3 dropping in some Baijian Special. Now that's not gonna kill it, it's just some napalm. And even then, it really didn't even hit where it was. Really mainly just attacked its town. Raphael intercepted on SU-24, but it fails to do so as it does run out of fuel halfway through. F5 dropping in some bombs, some more napalm. And Redford, they do have the forest on Delta under their control now. It's really just a matter of, are they going to try and recapture the town? Because they're going to need quite a bit more infantry, because there's a bloody hell of a ton of Jaegers here. And even in the forest, it's just Jaegers for days. And it's really quite funny how this map always evolves. In 1v1s, it's always between these 2 points. Every time it's between Alpha and Charlie. Most sides usually just ignore Delta. But always on the team matches, both sides always try and contest Delta. They always want to try and neutralise this point. And even though Delta is a deciding point in this match, it's usually a better idea to either try to take Charlie and Alpha because of the +2 point advantages, or up top here. Because if you can control either one of these sides and defend it, you're good to go. Delta's always turns into a nasty meat grinder. You just lose tons of units. Just my observation. Now both sides here just pounding away in the middle, and the speed is up a little bit more because it's just a back and forth between infantry. F-16 dropping in some bombs, missing the UAZ once again. Is that a Bertino? Or is that... Yeah, that's a Chinese Bertino, the BHL-63. Slightly better, longer range, and a rather nice coverage. Mortar hits on the Tiger. Not enough to really kill it, though. Redford, they are getting infantry into Delta, but they're going to need a lot more because this is a crap ton of blue for infantry. They're getting Spetsnaz in there, though, and the Spetsnaz is definitely going to help out quite a bit. A very good bombing run there. SU-24Ms also going to be helping out. And because of those bombing runs, it does seem like Redford are going to be able to, well, maybe, I don't know. Spetsnaz, they are kicking quite a lot of ass. Blue 4, they just have a crap ton of infantry. They're going to be able to hold us out, and they are bringing up more and more infantry. Bringing up infantry up top because Red 4, they are doing a great job encroaching on the top, attacking the town, that hotel first, getting that under control. And they're gonna need some tanks to really clear out, and some AA to clear out the vehicles in the open field. It's super Etnards getting some hits. One does get shot down, and Redford really need to get some tanks up here to really clear out the open field. You already have a very nice amount of infantry in the whole town, clearing it out. Intercepting the Redford plane before it can drop its payload. And the SU-132 moving across the open field, but the Mortar 2s are messing them up. Let's get to a little bit of a cinematic cam here. This is auto cannon fire after auto cannon fire. I do like how the auto cannon does arc when it shoots. There's just a lot of fire across the open field. This C-72B, exactly what they need. Just killing these tanks. It's going to need some ammunition quite soon, as it is quite low. Getting another hit, blowing up the mortar. Oh, not blowing it up, just merely denting it. Forgot the mortar 2 is actually pretty well armoured. Yeah, 10 frontal armour. That's right, it's 35 points. It can take a hit. I think that makes it the most heavily armoured infantry carrier in the game now. Yeah, it does. Infantry 2 Bradley, killing a HQ7. very interesting choice here, Bradley. I always consider it not really worth the price because it's 80 points for a recon vehicle. You know, it does have a lot of TOW2 missiles, but you just have to realise it's very easy to get killed. And losing an 80 point unit like that is, I know, it's just not my playstyle, but for extra other people, good for them. Just getting some very nice hits on some APCs. Raphael intercepting the F5 before it could drop its payload. And then bugging out before it gets shot down. At ECMs definitely helping out dodging those missiles. And Bluefield, they still have control over Hotel. I think Redfall gonna need to do another big infantry push if they want to recapture it. Bring up some helicopters now. A KA-52 and an Akula. Big brother and little brother here. We got a Kahoo being brought up. I haven't seen these in a while. And still a very good ATGM plane. I believe it got slightly nerfed. Don't count me on that. Getting a good hit on the T-72. And then evacing because there's hardly any AA down here. Red 4 spotted a CV on Delta, and it's very weird keeping it in the open field instead of putting them in the forest. But I guess that's what happens when your infantry have lamp sage on their head. I mean, I don't even know why they ran those hats, but okay. And Delta once again is just a meat grinder in the middle. Just back and forth, Redfall, you know, gaining a slight foothold into the town, but they're just going to need more and more infantry, which they just don't have. They've got some Sampurals up top. I want to move down, they're getting hit by mortar fire. And it's really going to be down to Redford to really capture a point, because they need to catch up on 60 points. That's very durable within 10 minutes, and we have a +1 point advantage. But they're going to need to neutralise Hotel. That's probably their best bet. Capping it would be one step better. They should really just focus all their attention up top here. Bring up more reinforcements, some tanks, some light vehicles. Couple infantry guys. Super Etnard going in for strafing one on T-62, just a one perfect shot, killing it, but just gets shot down. SU-24 being brought up. Gonna be getting hit on the infantry in the town. His command vehicle, command infantry only has 1 HP, so they are going to die. That's going to give Red 4 a nice little +1 point advantage. F-16 fighting Falcon, dropping in more bombs, not really hitting anything new. And just a crap ton of planes being brought up from Bluefield. Really taking advantage of his air superiority, and this is exactly what he should be doing. I mean, that Raphael C up front has been getting crap tons of kills. Doing a very bloody good job keeping the skies clear. AP-70 Kylo getting annihilated. And Red 4, they do have Hotel captured with a CV. And that's going to give them a very nice +2. And they don't even need to hold on to Hotel for the entirety of the match. They can just hold on for it for like 2 minutes. They will be good to go, though. The CV does get spotted. And yeah, we got a fight in Falcon immediately being brought up. I mean, that poor Jeep is no longer going to exist in 3 seconds or so. Yep. And it's dead. Rollers flying around. Leopard 185 move a little bit too close, getting shot up by Red 4 tanks in the forest. And if these infantry guys just move a little bit to the left, they could probably get some Some rocket launcher hits onto use. And Red 4 attacking up top, but they do lose a point, and they're just 4 points ahead, which is barely a lead. I mean, this really comes down to anyone's game now. 4 minutes left. It's really going to be down to some crazy play. I'm expecting some sort of CV snipe to happen soon. In Delta, you're not going to catch up within 4 minutes. Hotel, I mean, they did get kicked off quite a bit. You know, as K runs proved to be quite difficult to deal with. The Red 4 moving a little bit down into Charlie. There's some infantry and recon, nothing too substantial. Blue 4 gaining that +1 point advantage because they killed the CV and Bravo. Whoa, where did these come from? Where did these guys come from, these Foutshaker 90s? I wasn't even really paying attention to the map. You guys might sure it's down here, but... Huh. Well, that's going to allow Blue 4 to win the game. That's, that was a running play right, yeah, Foutshaker 90s. I mean, I'm guessing he drove all the way back here and into here, and then, you know, just got onto Bravo, and, you know, these sides are usually very undefended. You may always, if you play these maps, get some guys down here just to defend it, because it's a very easy, flanky location. The Red 4 doing one final crazy person to hotel, but that's not going to be enough. I mean, they're going to be able to clear out this forest, but... They really should have done that a minute or two ago, because the match has ended and Blue 4 are victorious. They very close on the kill count. Red 4 only slightly in the lead, yeah, probably due to those last few kills in Hotel, but a very good match from both sides. Rather standard play for a 2v2 of that match. It always comes down to Meat Grinder and Delta, and it usually, one usually ends up gaining control of it. It's always the better idea on that map to either attack the bottom flank or the top flank and just defend Delta. Just keep it neutralized, hold your half of it, and just mainly focus on the other flanks, because that's how you get the real big points. But yeah, really good job there from both sides. Rather standard play. The Foutshaker 90s really coming in at the end of the day, allowing Blue 4 to win that match. And I'm going to leave it at that. This has been another RANGROO cast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as usual, please do not take it easy.